set up with everything. Perfect. Thank you so much, all of you, for gathering here. If any of the startups who are about to pitch right now are not in this area, write to me. Please come there to make sure we have everything kind of connected and there's going to be no delays. Perfect. So let's open the first pitching slot. And the owner of the first startup to be pitching, well, you have the perfect advantage to make a great impression, which you definitely will do, I'm sure. The Lego startup. Violeta Halamonique, please welcome on stage. We are ready to hear you. And while you are finding your position, trying to recognize the stage, feeling comfortable, I will take a moment to introduce the judges, and you try to make yourself very comfortable on the stage.
I should use these advantages.
Absolutely, yes. So, before we start the pitch, let me introduce the esteemed judges. So, we have Joanna Zalewska from Microsoft. Hello, hi, nice to see you. Szymon Kwiatkowski from Inner Energy. Hello, I love your jacket. Looks very nice on you. And Eric Weber from Energy Smart City Health, Agitech, Sustainability, Enterprise IT. So basically the man of so many roles and so many hats here. And thank you so much for being with us here. And let me set up my timer so I'm making sure all of the requirements are met, and we are starting in 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Please meet Alex, who wanted to send a monitor from Warsaw to Białystok, but he faced problems. It's too difficult to handle, it's too long for parcel to be delivered, and it's too high level of CO2 emission. Luckily, Alex discovered a game-changing solution, Liga applicational. Just a few taps on his phone and he could send the parcel easiest, eco-friendly way as possible. Now, please have a look how application will work. It will be short demo video. First of all, for sure, you should register for first time of using driver or sender option. If it's your driver, you just need add some documents. If it's sender, you provide your pickup point and destination point, and everything will be handled by Liga. Everything you have to do is just pass your parcels to the driver and track it online, and you will get all details and estimated time of delivery for your destinational point. Additional to this one, Liga offers insurance of each parcel up to 5,000 zloty, and everything for fair price for sender and for drivers, earning on fees from driver income. Alex's case is a real one and not unique. During our market research, we found 400 parcels daily struggles to find delivery solution. In fact, during our BlaBlaCar driving interviewing, 95% expressed their availability to deliver these packages. Opportunity for Liga idea is really huge. Our estimated target market is 40 millions. Therefore, 3 markets which intersecting with Liga idea has average growth by 16% annually. To ensure the success of Liga, we have a team with deep expertise in supply chain, software engineering, and operational. My name is Violeta, and I am proud to be part of this incredible team. As well, to be succeed, we have planned a partnership with C2C marketplace, like OLX in Poland, and to extend into the B2C segment a little bit later. In conclusion, Liga is an easy, eco-friendly solution that can transform the way we send parcels. We've launched our MVP on Google Store. It's available for downloading, and we are seeking for investment by 400K to establish our presence in the domestic market. Join us, scanning QR code, getting early access to our application, and asking me any question. Thank you.
Perfect, amazing. Perfect timing, and let's switch to the Q&A section. Judges, take it away.
Hi.
Hello.
So maybe you can say a few words about the competition, because I think I have seen similar models already.
Directly similar models like peer-to-peer, so from people to people deliver their parcels. There is no in the market. We have some indirect competitors like Regol, Courier Service, DHL, DPD. It's awareness, all of you. And in case with these competitors, we have good advantages as speed, as convenience for our users. So it's really easy one, not like 1 hour, as I mentioned at the beginning. And also in Poland, locally, we have InPost, which are our direct competitors in the domestic market. And we have our advantages as some not regal stuff. So bike, you cannot send by InPost, for example. But the direct one, when people deliver parcel to people, there is no in the market right now.
Great. And can you please tell a bit more about the business model on the side of the driver? Is it an only service fee, or any kind of flat engagement with any of the drivers?
Okay, we have our flexible pricing model, which depends on how many kilometers parcel will be delivered and of how big deviation for drivers it will be, because it's not always from exactly this point it will be delivered and pick up the parcel. So maybe he need to do some deviational by 10 minutes, so it will be additional payment for some deviational, and plus how many kilometers you should to send. So we did analysis, like average distance for sending parcel inside the Poland, it's 300 kilometers, and we estimate that no more than 20 minutes will be general deviation for the driver. So in this case, drivers will earn around 35 zlotych. It's around, right? It depends on case from case. And in this case, it's not the main earning for drivers, so it's not courier who get money for leave by delivering the parcel, but it's people who can compensate the road pick up in some parcel, not like BlaBlaCar drivers who pick up in the passengers. It's like how I get the Wrocław Summit, right? But it's just for parcels.
And what should be, for me, an incentive as a user to use you instead of any kind of, established couriers like DPD, DHL, and so on?
It can be a couple of cases. So first one, when you need something urgent, right? So you need some documents, you come to Wrocław, you forget some documents, or you forget keys, or whatever. So in this case, it's urgency, and there is no any solution on the market. So no one will deliver your parcel by 3 hours, and we will do it. It's first case. The second case, it can be some non-standard delivery, like we had interviewing with our user. So Poland is our domestic market for starting and testing, and then we are going to the Europe. And we had a case with users who moved from Poland to Spain, and he couldn't find solution for moving bike because it's cost like a lot of, and he just sold it and moved without the bike. In this case, we can provide this solution for our users. And third one, it's also simplification of delivery. So we will do everything for you. We will go, we will pick up. You shouldn't worry about packaging, labeling, printing, and all this stuff. So everything you have to do, just go inside applicational, pick up point, destinational point, search. That's all. We will do all other stuff. So third one for users is simplificational.
And how do you want to plan scale and growing your startup for coming years?
Yeah, sure. First of all, we are planning to testing and growing our idea inside the Poland between the city. It's for first half a year our expanding in the market. After that, we are planning to go to Germany and Spain because we did analysis, and like 60% of all intercity and inter-country delivery, it's between Spain, Germany, and something kind from Poland. But Germany and Spain is the biggest market in Europe for parcels. So we are planning to go firstly to Spain and Germany and have this parcels chain between these countries. And it will be for next 1.5 years. And in 2 years, we are planning with our expertise, with our already brand, and with our loyal customers, we are planning to expand into the B2C segment because, first of all, we are going into C2C segment. We are solving the problem of user who no one solved right now. And after that, we are going to B2C market as the biggest one, which generate $1 billion earlier.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you. We're out of time, but thank you so much for your presentation. It was
Thank
great.
you for your question. If you have anything, scan QR code, and I'm available here.
Perfect. And let me invite next on the stage, Aurora Tech, Victor Gok. Here you go. Thank you. Yeah, this is the clicker.
Cool. Hello everybody, my name is Victor and I'm from OroraTech. Did you know that right now 30,000 Canadian citizens had to leave their homes because of wildfires? 90 fires are burning right now in the Canadian provinces. The US suffers from losses from the wildfires of around $20 billion every year. Europe spends around 32 billion on firefighting services. And so the problem is way more larger. Around $500 billion worth of property are endangered by forest fires. Pacific Gas and Electric, PG&E, is an energy provider in the US who suffered from $7 billion losses due to wildfires because one spark ignited a whole fire. You see, what's the problem? Due to global climate change, the fires are spreading fast and needs to be really tackled at that point where they appear. So the speed and the coverage is the main point which you have to focus on. What we have done, we have developed a software as a service platform which detects fires of a size of a car or of a tree. We detect it within 3 minutes from the detection of the fire, and this is a true global platform. So how do we do it? Why do we do it? We call it space-enabled insights, thermal intelligence. We collect data from satellites, existing satellites. We operate our own space-based sensors, and we measure the Earth temperature globally on a true global scale continuously. So existing solutions are usually IoT sensors, airplanes, drones. The problem with that, as you may imagine, if a drone flies over the fire, it can, burn. If an airplane causes fire, then it's a danger for the pilot as well. So what we see in terms of improving the technology is to go for a large-scale true global solution on our side, and this could be only from the satellite or space technology. Looking at our track record, which speaks for ourselves, 30 customers from Australia to North and South America, 2 million in ARR, currently a gross margin of around 80%, 185 million in sales pipeline, and we target to be profitable by Q1 25. So far we have raised around 18 million in seed and Series A, and we are welcoming the new investors to join our Series B round with 15 million from around Q3 2023. Thank you very much. I'm Victor and happy to answer any question.
Perfect. Perfect timing. Judges, go ahead.
Could you tell me something more about your team?
Excuse me?
Your team.
My team. The team has around 80 people, most located in Germany. So we are a Munich-based company. We have space engineers, we have software engineers, we have a great sales team in the US, representatives in Brazil, looking for Australia right now, so spread all over the world.
And what about plan of scale and grow your startup?
So what we see,
coming years.
Yeah. So what we see, so we looked at all local solutions, and we see that the space-based solutions is the true one, and we identified that we can cover with the solution customers from, as I said, all across the world, and therefore our target is really to be the thermometer for the world. So measuring the temperature, and I've heard we have smart cities here, so if we are looking about resilience of the cities, climate due to climate change, so if we are looking about fisheries, moving, sea temperature, so that's what we see as the next solution within the scope of this measuring temperature on a global scale.
And how can you differentiate between like a wildfire and a fire that is just by an urban gardener burning some stuff in his garden?
It's by temperature. So it's basically, if you measure the temperature, you know if your surface is 18 degrees and your barbecue is 500 degrees, you can see the difference and you can determine what kind of fire it is or what kind of heat it is And that's how it works.
First of all, congratulations on your traction, because yeah, it's you are a much more mature startup than we could expect. But could you please tell me more about combining satellite data with other information? Is it enough for you to use the satellite data only to look for fire, or do you use any kind of additional information?
So we started from the intelligence perspective, building this software as a service platform and fusing in different data sources. So we fuse around 20 different data sources, which are mainly space-based data, but also we fuse in cameras, IoT sensors. If our customer provides to us, for example, firefighting trucks, where they are located, the drones. So we combine all that information through our API integration and build a really full vertical solution from the data source till analytics, insights, prediction to the customers.
And as a main customer, do you target energy companies or that would like to avoid any kind of insurance claims for the fires caused by their lines, or more forestry agencies or so on?
All of them. So we have forestry agencies, we have governmental customers as of forestry owners or firefighting. We are talking to Munich Re, Gallagher Re, the insurance companies who do claim management, fraud protection. If you claim that your house burned down, but it isn't, we can provide so-called burn scars, where we see the power, the front line. We talk to energy providers with power lines to protect them. So there are many different applications, customer bases to attract and to look into and to provide a solution.
Perfect, great, perfect timing. Also, we are run out of time, so thank you so much for your pitch.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, hopefully you'll get to talk more to the audience and the judges later on. And I'm ready to welcome on the stage Thomas from Worldly. I was trying so hard.
Worldly.
Worldly.
Yes.
Perfect. Sorry, we were practicing it before and I just couldn't pronounce it correctly. But, since we repeated it so many times, now you can remember it for sure. And I'm starting the clock. Go ahead.
14 days ago, I was in Poznan and I was pitching our startup. And our pitch looked like this. A lot of numbers, graphs, unicorns. So all the pitch decks are the same. So instead of bore you with the 51st same pitch deck, I decided today to give you experience. So please close your eyes. Yeah, jury too, please close your eyes. Everyone? And now think about most beautiful moment you had on your last trip. I mean the travel trip. Walking on an empty beaches on Iceland, sitting on the top of the hill in Sri Lanka, watching sunset, your face wrapped by the wind on catamaran on Maldives. You got it? Now just breathe. And spread, let that feeling spread around all your body. You got it? Now you can open your eyes. Many travelers around all the world are experiencing such a feeling every day thanks to our startup, Worldly. We are a travel marketplace that connect experienced travelers with their customers. And experienced travelers are able to sell their services in itineraries, in packages legally, and our customers are able to sell such a trips to buy such a trips in a very convenient way. For example, like this 10-day trip to Madeira. Experienced traveler adds such itinerary, very detailed itinerary to our platform. Our platform adds all the services to the itinerary, like flight ticket, accommodation, experiences, and make one package out of it. Our customer comes and decides if he wants to travel with experienced traveler on the trip or just by themselves and buy it in one click in a very convenient way. In the first 12 months, we sold trips worth 1 million euros. Last quarter, we grew by 269%. We are near break-even point. We already raised 2 million euros. And right now, we are starting our Series A, 3 million euros. So if you want a lot of people to experience such a feeling you just felt, please join us and let's change the world of travel together. I'm Thomas from Worldy, and I wish you a beautiful day.
Perfect, great, thank you. We are ready to go into the Q&A session.
So can you tell us a few things about a business model? So is it an affiliate model, so you just get a provision?
It's not just affiliate. We take, we count all the services together and we top it out with 15%. So our take rate is 15%.
Okay, can you tell us a few things about the team as well?
Okay, so we are a team of 21 people right now. We have very experienced people. For example, we are a Czech company, Czech startup. We have experienced people from like travel industry. For example, we have one new guy who've been in charge of travel agency who did like 1 billion Czech crowns per year. So I think we are very experienced.
And what kind of a metric do you identify as a thing that can leverage your growth? Is a number of options for travel or suppliers of travel services?
I don't know if I understand right your question. Like, what metric do we follow, or?
Yeah. So what will make the whole solution to scale up quickly?
Okay, so we started with a low scalability product, like group trips. Like, for example, experienced traveler goes to Iceland, it takes 8 people with them. It's not very scalable because you need to have a lot of experienced traveler to be at your platform. But we are heading to a high scalability product. It's self-guided trips, and it works like, as I said, you can buy the trip and go by yourself, and who is guiding you on the trip is not like the traveler who goes with you, but it's app that you have in your pocket. So, so it's a high scalability product because you can basically sell like thousands of these trips to anyone in the world. Because our marketplace or our platform is going for automation, because we are connecting like to the Kiwi, to the Expedia, to Trip.com to automate all of the process and reservations.
Great, thanks. Now I get it.
Could you tell me something more about target group?
Yeah, so this is what we are dealing with right now, because we have like backpackers who are going with us, like 20-year-old backpackers who are going with us. We have also like 60-year-old older people going with us. So this is our like big topic for us, who is our targeted group, and we haven't said it yet.
All right, so we don't have any questions left, but you still have 1 more minute. So if you want to maybe add something, you have the full 1 minute to do that. But if you don't, just let me know.
Do you have any question for me?
Do I have any question for you? Yeah, do you also take care of the safety part of the trip? Is that included, or how do you guarantee that people are not going to sue you for, I don't know, the app saying that, you know what, this spot looks amazing, you should definitely explore it, and then they break a leg?
This responsibility is for like the experienced traveler who goes with you, so it's their responsibility. But our responsibility is to cooperate just with like trustworthy people.
Mm-hmm. But what about if you wanted to scale it, right? Then it's going to be through the app. Have you thought about the strategy to ensure it somewhere in that case?
Well, right now we are talking with everyone. Like they spend like 3 hours with us on the calls. So right now we deal with it, but yeah, on the scale it will be a problem we have to deal with.
I see. All right, perfect.
Thank you.
Great, thank you so much. All right, let me just double check if we have the WorkSpotty here with me. Perfect. All right, so we are ready to invite you on a stage, Roman from WorkSpotty, and I have the microphone and clicker ready for you. Let me know once you're ready and I'll start the clock.
Let's talk about something more pleasant than work. My name is Roman Jędrzkowiak. I'd like to show you our ideas about workation market. The company is called WorkSpotty. As you know, probably you know the word workstation, of course. But let me remind you that this is very, very new and new situation, especially from the market, world market and tourism. Infrastructure is just not prepared for this kind of guest. This is also the area of fighting for talents, because talents needs flexibility, and workation is one of them. And the second thing is that this is about the people who intentionally is important in this sentence, intentionally mixed work with leisure. Our idea is based on the three pillars, three areas. One is the network of mobile workspots, mobile co-working spaces. The second is reservation platform, and the third is service for workation community. The first one is about the network of small mobile co-working spaces around the big cities, because the target comes from the big cities. In Poland, it means those 3, maybe 4 circles. Second leg is about the OTA, reservation platform, database with certified remote work-ready destination. It's very difficult to find a really good place in Poland. I found not more than 20. I mean, with really good condition, good quality, and the work-ready destination. And very important of the whole story is that we are focused off-season. So from the tourist point of view, everything is easy if you are on the hot season, and everything is difficult if you are off-season, because of the weather, because of the lack of holidays, because of the many habits. And the third one is about service and product for this community, because I would say it's going to be community, people who intentionally work like that. It's not only the corporate team integration or training for remote work teams from IT. It's also all the stuff about well-being, work-life balance, and all people will need, because especially young generations, not the good shape in terms of physical and psychological issue. This is our ecosystem. Sometimes we are creating, sometimes we are integrating, and we believe that the whole ecosystem is the issue, and there are 3 income streams. We have experienced team, nobody's young. I would say experienced, but I don't have any problem to say I'm not young. My name is Roman. I came from the strategic banking, marketing. I'm ex-CMO of a few banks in Poland. Second co-founder is the co-founder of Boutique Hotel in Mazura region, so he knows what really means attract customers out of the season. And Justyna is our CEO, partner from Marketing Boutique. And 2 things important to say, that we are finishing incubation in the Science and Technology Park in Ełk, Mazura region, right now in a few weeks. And the second, we are just out of the workation strategy for one of the Polish place. It will be the capital of Polish workation.
All right, just to let you know, we are already in the Q&A session. So.
Yeah, I'm finished, thank you. Maybe leave this slide for the questions, because it will be easier for me to answer.
Okay.
Okay, so let's start with this slide. So you described all these three fields. What do you think, which one is the most important for this early growth of the company?
If you're asking about early growth, and with the limited money we can develop third and second, it's easiest and we are advanced, we just programming, so we are starting in few months, some live sales, and it's kind of bootstrapping plus some money. The first one is more costly because the one house, one mobile works what cost more or less 300,000 Polish zloty netto equipped. 10 workspace, air conditions, some coffee machine and all this stuff. So it's quite easy to develop the number 2 and 3, and we are doing this, and we are looking for money for the whole, including the first one, because it's the most costly way at this moment.
And why do you add the first thing? I mean, is there a higher margin you can earn then, or?
The third one, yep.
No, the first thing, like with the physical spots. So you could just say, okay, I'm doing the OTA platform, so I have no costs at all, almost. Besides customer acquisition costs, but.
Yeah, there are 2 reasons. Because the second one was our initial idea 2 years ago, and we realized there is no market. I mean, in terms of supply, not demand. There's no places. We have to build these places because people are looking for this kind of places, looking for the touristic destination with some space, some desks, good quality Wi-Fi, some ergonomy, all those stuff, but there's almost nothing. The touristic infrastructure is very conservative. It takes years to improve. And the second answer, this is unique. So the uniqueness of the first one comes to uniqueness the whole idea.
And why don't you use existing places that are already rented through Airbnb and you select the right ones that?
Because there's no one. There's very limited space, limited number of good quality places for the workation and the remote work ready places. So it's the sign Wi-Fi on the booking.com is not necessary, not enough. So it's this market is starting. I mean, in terms of demand and supply, demand is higher than supply, but it's very difficult to find something in the good quality outside the big cities and outside the 5-star hotel.
All right, I'll have to stop you there because we are out of
Thank
time.
you.
Thank you so much for your pitch. Thank you. All right, and do I have the last startup of this segment, Adapter Robotics? Perfect, great. Come on here, come on closer. We have Mihai from Adapter Robotics, and I'm gonna give him, there you go.
Thank you.
All right, and once you find your perfect spot, your 3 minutes are starting right now.
Thank you. So my name is Mihai. I'm the CEO and one of the co-founders of Adapter Robotics. We are a company based in Bucharest, Romania, and our focus is robotics and AI with application in robotics. And as a goal for the future, we have a very ambitious one. We want to eliminate humans or replace humans with robots when it comes to touchscreen device testing or device testing in general. So all the manufacturers, no matter the industries, are facing problems with human labor, but also when they are trying to automate their task using softwares, the solution that they found is not complete. There are some challenges there. You need different scripts and different setups for different type of phones or hardware setups, which makes the overall ecosystem really cumbersome and really hard to maintain. So in this ecosystem, we decided to create MAT, which is a robot that is designed to simulate human interaction on any kind of device that require physical input with touchscreen or with buttons. And we currently have 3 different versions depending on the size of the screen and the application and the industry. The robot comes equipped with an end effector that simulates human gestures, so we can do tap, pinch, swipe, rotate, zoom in, zoom out. And also we have a camera on the effector, and with that camera and using our proprietary computer vision and AI modules, we can recognize elements on the screen. So we can simulate human interaction in the same way on the device, in the same way as a human would. The clients are using the robot in two main categories. Mostly they're using it to test the device itself, but also we saw there's a huge market for clients that want to measure certain KPIs of their products. So taking that into consideration, currently we have a global market, especially due to the a global traction, sorry, especially due to our features and key elements that we provide, and we managed to attract some really big names that are spread throughout different industries. Because of our footprint, we started to see some market trends, and we believe that in the next couple of weeks to 1 year, the medical sector will grow a lot. Especially in the device manufacturing side, and of course there will be a lot of need of testing, but also automotive and mobile phone refurbishment is a huge market. So taking that into consideration, we decided to start a founding round. Currently we raise some capital, but our goal is to go to around 1.5 million. As a team, the founders are highly technical with PhDs in robotics, and alongside us, we managed to get some traction from a couple of high quality and very well experienced business people that help us grow the company moving forward. Thank you, and if you want to see a demo with the robot, we have one displayed in the expo area. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We're already in the Q&A session. I've seen the display, it looks very impressive, so I'll definitely go and click around and look at it. All right, judges, are we ready?
I can imagine if I was Microsoft testing a new Surface, I want to really know how the customer interacts with it, how he has his arms, not only the fingers, how he uses buttons or the display, but how is he interacting as a whole, how is he holding it, and so on. So is it only replacing parts of the market research and development, or do you think it's replacing mostly all they do?
So the robot is used in all the product development cycles, from early R&D to the actual end-of-line testing. And also in the circular economy, right now we have requests from mobile phone refurbishments. So we are also testing second-hand products. The robot itself has a cradle, so you put the device inside that cradle, and once it's fixed, then you can run the testing script. We invested a lot into having an interface that it's low-code, no-code type of interface, so you can, even if you don't have programming knowledge, you can write a testing script. But also we offer integration with some other APIs if the client has a more complex testing setup.
So currently, can you say what's the share of usage in R&D? What's the share of usage in market research? What's the share of usage in the quality assurance?
I will say that it's around 20% of each, what you described, more or less. So we have around 5 main categories, but yeah, around 20% of each. And that's why we want right now to push heavily in those 3 directions. Yeah.
Do you have any kind of, end game development plan for to going forward with the product, or would you like to just increase the market share in this particular field?
Yeah, so as I said in the beginning, our goal is to eliminate human testing. So right now there are some things that are done manually and they are not covered by our product, but we want to go step by step. So we see that there is a need in the medical space, automotive space. Of course, they will need some small modifications here and there, but after that we'll go for the big testing companies that are doing testing manually right now, and of course that will require a specialized solution, so that means to have different add-ons or to customize the robot even further.
All right, we have still 40 seconds, so if you want to add something, go ahead.
I'm good. That's it. Thank you very much.
All right, perfect.
Take
Thank
care.
you so much. Thank you, Philip.